Rand has gained against the dollar in early trade on Friday, trading at 18 Rand 83 and 0.7% stronger than its previous close. Senior equity analyst at Sentio Capital Mbuso Zulu joins us now for the latest market moves. A very good afternoon to you. Thank you for your time. The Rand's gained against the dollar in early trade on Friday. What's driving those returns?
Afternoon, Paul, and to the viewers. The Rand has been holding up very well below that 19 Rand level to the dollar. You have seen that the Chinese markets ended higher this morning, and that is as a result of the expectation that there will be some stimulus measures that will be announced over the weekend. Since January, the Chinese governments have been involved in just trying to stimulate the economy. A number of interest rate cuts have been announced, and they've also removed some restrictions on property buying to just in an effort to stimulate that economy. So for us, our markets, that positivity has also filtered through. We are seeing that the resources in particular are the ones that are leading the equity markets higher, and you are also seeing the banks as well also positive, and the Rand then also benefiting from all of this.
Oil prices rose this morning as concerns that a Russian ban on fuel exports could tighten global supply. Perhaps help us make sense of those developments.
So the Russians as well as Saudi Arabia have extended the production cuts, cumulative altogether 1.3 billion cuts that will be instituted per day. And this is now extended to the end of the year. So the supply shortage is what is holding up the oil price. And there are expectations from some market commentators and commodity analysts that you could see the oil price breach $100 per barrel towards the end of the year, just as you find that supply constraint is widening.
Poultry producer Quantum Foods is now in the second company the second company in 2 days to warn that it will report a loss in its next results, in part because of the bird flu crisis that's ravaging the country. Talk to us about that.
The costs that they quantify, that Quantum Foods quantify, is 106 million, and that's a result of this avian flu that is being experienced in particular in the middle parts of the country, Gauteng, Mpumalanga, as well as Northwest for Astral, and they have had to cull the birds, and this will probably result in a shortage in eggs as well as in poultry meat, as this is exacerbated. Earlier, yesterday in particular, we did have Astral Foods also come out and also state that they would be experiencing loss for this first half, and for them that the bird flu as well as the load shedding costs would cumulatively add up to 1.9 billion in costs that they have had to incur as a company. So the poultry markets and the poultry producers are facing a particularly tough time. They do have to cull the birds within a 3-kilometer radius once incidences of avian flu have been found within their farms, and those are all factors that are leading into an expectation of shortages within the eggs as well as the poultry meat market.
Toshiba's tender offer from private equity firm Japan Industrial Partners is a success and paves the way for the embattled industrial conglomerate to go private. How do you view this deal?
This is extremely positive for the company. It's been plagued by a lot of controversies. You've had an accounting scandal. You've had them report losses and eventually need to file for bankruptcy within the U.S. nuclear business. And it's been a very fictitious relationship that they've had with their international shareholders. So the success of this tender offer means that it's a $15 billion that will flow to the company, and you will see them being taken private. They will be delisted off the stock market. The partners did receive over 78% support for the delisting, and the partners, 20 partners under the JRP consortium are the ones that have successfully concluded this deal. So this will now bring on a new chapter for Toshiba.
Very well. Thank you so much for wrapping up the latest in the world of business there. Mbuso Zulu, Senior Equity Analyst at Sentio Capital, bringing us the latest markets.